Hey everybody, Mr. Rivers here. I want you to watch this warm-up after you have attempted all four problems. You have a quiz coming up in just a moment. These four problems will help you prepare for the quiz. First off, we want to estimate and simplify each expression. Number one, let's think of an estimate for 7.927. That would be 8 minus an estimate for 4.23 would be 4. Oh, excuse me, 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. All right, so we're going to be around 4 when we work this problem out, so let's do that now. 7.927, we're going to subtract from that 4.23. All right, now notice there's a 7 in the hundredths place here, but there's nothing in the hundredths place here, so what goes there? It's a 0. We then subtract. 7 minus 0 is 7. 2 minus 3, can't do it. We have to borrow, so this 9 becomes an 8. That 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 8 minus 2 is 6. We bring down our decimal. 7 minus 4 is 3. So we have 3.697. And then we ask ourselves, is that close to our estimate of 4? And the answer is yes, it is. So I feel good about my answer to number 1. So again, we estimated, and then we found the exact answer. We simplified the expression. Number 2, first we'll estimate. Negative 8.16, we'll make that negative 8. We'll add to that negative 3.4. That's about negative 3. Negative 8 plus negative 3 is negative 11. Now, you probably don't even realize you're doing this, but when you look at negative 8 plus negative 3, your brain is thinking 8 plus 3, which is 11. And this is exactly the same thing except for the opposite sign. So negative 8 plus negative 3 is negative 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. I'm going to work this problem like what you see here in purple. Just know at the end we'll have to change our sign. So here we go. I'm going to write positive 8.16. Yes, I know it's negative, but I'm going to work it like a positive plus a positive 3.4. And again, there's nothing in the hundredths place, so I put a 0. There you go. So this is going to give me a positive sum. And remember, our estimate said this should be negative. So whatever I get here for my sum, I'm going to rewrite it off to the right here and then put a negative sign in front of it. 6 plus 0 is 6. 1 plus 4 is 5. Bring down the decimal. 8 plus 3 is 11. Now, do not just throw the negative sign in here because a positive plus a positive is a positive. So we need to step off to the side and write 11.56. Glance over at your estimate. Yep, negative 11.56. There you go. We are very close to our estimate of negative 11. I like that. That's number 2. On to number 3. 4.5. I'll make that 5 in my estimate. Minus 15.44. I'll make that 15. So 5 minus 15. 5 minus 15. That is negative 10. Now, again, you're probably not even thinking about this, but your brain probably thinks 15 minus 5 is 10. And this is the same thing as 15 minus 5, but it's the opposite sign. So 5 and 15, they're 10 apart. The number with the larger absolute value, which is negative 15, that lets you know what the sign of the difference is going to be here. So anyway, 5 minus 15 is negative 10. That's our estimate, but your brain flips it around. And we're going to do the same thing here when we work this one out. I'm going to write 15.44, and I'm going to subtract from that 4.5. This is going to give me a positive difference, and again at the end I'm going to rewrite it with a negative sign in front. 0 there. 4 minus 0 is 4. 4 minus 5 can't do it, got to borrow. That 5 becomes a 4. That 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. Bring down the decimal. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down the 1. There you go. So it's negative 10.94. Look at your estimate. Make sure you're around the estimate. 10.4, 10.94. I like it. Again, please don't just throw the negative sign here in front of 10.94 because 15.44 minus 4.5 is a positive difference, not a negative difference. Finally, number 4. I'm first going to adjust each of these so that they are improper fractions. So 2 and 4/5. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So that's 14/5. We're going to subtract from that. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 is 28. thirds. Now we need a common denominator. So what is the common denominator between 5 and 3? These are both relatively prime, meaning that they have no common factors. So when they're relatively prime, you can multiply them together. 5 times 3 is 15. So our common denominator is 15. So here we go. 4 over 5, 14 over 5, I should say. 14 over 5. We're going to multiply that by something to give me a denominator of 15. 5 times 3 is 15. So 3 has to go in the numerator as well. We multiplied by 3 over 3, which is 1. 14 times 3, that is 42. So 2 and 4/5 became 42 fifteenths. We're going to subtract from that now. 28 thirds, 28 over 3. We're going to multiply this by something over something to give us a denominator of 15. 3 times 5 is 15, and we have to also put a 5 in our numerator. 28 times 5, let's see here. 25 times 5 is 125. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 125 is 140. So this is 140 over 15. So we're going to keep that denominator of 15. 42 minus 140 is negative 98. 98, well, let's look at 15. 15 we can divide it by 3 or 5. We can't divide 98 by 3 nor 5. So there you go, negative 98 fifteenths is your answer. All right, very good. So once everybody has checked their answers on the warm-up, you're going to start the quiz. Good luck on that. After the quiz, you're going to work some inequality problems. I'm going to have a little video here explaining how to work those problems here. So bring this video back up once you're done with the quiz to learn how to solve inequalities. Thank you.